You know, it's always weird whenever I do a YouTube video because it's like I always like try to see how am I gonna do my intro and how fake is it gonna sound? What's going on? I'm not gonna, man, whatever. Listen, AEW Fight Forever drops on the 29th. I had the pleasure of playing it early. I currently have my code, my copy, so shout out to the team that gave me a copy to go ahead and play and produce this content. We got a video for y'all today. We got a bunch of videos lined up, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit the noti bell, and then see me on Twitch where I go live and play a bunch of games with my guys, Cell Squad, and everybody else. It's Stream G Live, everything. We're gonna talk about 5 things AEW Fight Forever does better than WWE 2K23. We've heard nothing but numerous of comments talking about the style of this game, how Arcadey looks in more of a negative way at first, whereas we actually embraced the fact that, you know, Ukes and the team over at THQ wanted to go ahead and bring it up, you know, and give us some nostalgia. So I've had the pleasure of playing this game for quite some time. Again, though, things are subject to change later on after patches, updates, official launches. And if I've missed anything that you feel makes this game better than WWE, please drop it in the comments below. I also have a video of 5 things I feel WWE does better than this game, and also 5 things I do not like about AEW, because although this game, I find it quite fun to play, very fun actually, with friends of course, there are things that this game lacks that I'm like, man, I hope through updates, DLC, or something, this game can bring it up to speed. So number 1 has to be the mini games. I think over the last few years, we've gotten wrestling games and we stick to the fact that it's wrestling. If it's a my faction, if it's the career mode, custom matches, create a character, but then seeing something like mini games really, like, you know, brought something more refreshing in which we saw years ago with games. You know, it's almost like on some Pokemon Stadium Parappa the Rapper kind of mini game modes, and you can earn, you know, I guess in-game cash if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but it's still a fun addition to add for friends to play. So if you just don't want to wrestle, we can literally take it to the mini games like Penta says, reminds me of like Parappa the Rapper, or remembering or trying to time your buttons correctly while they doing like different poses and stuff. They have the Slugfest, which I wasn't able to play that yet, but the Slugfest is them playing baseball and just hitting things out of the ring like it's crazy. You have also Chip Gatherer, which I think is related to their Las Vegas event that they have, and you really run around the map while there's bombs dropping in this game, literal bombs, and you're gathering chips. It's just fun mini game modes and even a pop quiz, and there's many more that's coming to the game, hopefully at launch or shortly after its launch. Number 2, and of course, Arcadey. I'm gonna tell you right now, let me give credit to WWE. 23 isn't as stiff, you know, but one of the biggest drawbacks for me when 2K acquired the license to make WWE games is I love simulation, and I think when you kind of combine that with how realistic the characters move and feel, it kind of, we get, you know, the arcade feeling gets taken away. So I used to love SmackDown versus Raw, or SmackDown Just Bring It, or Here Comes the Pain, when you would stun someone or do a pedigree or an F5, and how dramatic everybody moves, and it's just very arcade style, and that's kind of missing with the wrestling games today. And I know they kind of loosen it up a little bit with WWE, but this game full on embraces like No Mercy and some of the early on wrestling games, and it's extremely arcadey. But it's not arcadey to the point where you feel like, man, this game's gonna die out. It's more so arcadey. It has a good balance of the fighting mechanics too, because they're really doing the fighting mechanics, but all the little dramatic movements and everything that's going on, because you still see blood, you still see like the sweat, it's a lot, everything going on is just a little bit arcadey. So I actually like that a lot. And I will also combine that with the easy controls. It's very easy to get into this game. WWE has a very, I mean, if you master WWE, you nice like that. You know, you gotta know when to press Y if somebody, or circle when somebody's gonna throw you against the ropes, or when somebody wants to do a certain moveset, you gotta make sure you time it right. And there's, you know, that game is a little bit more advanced. And, you know, for those who are that elite at that, I give you the utmost respect, because I be getting my ass whooped. This game is very simple. It's just a simple R1, L1 with dodging punches versus dodging grapple moves. And I think for a lot of people, that's where, you know, it can kind of get easy to get into. And especially with your favorite wrestlers that are in there, I think you can enjoy that. And we're about to get into the real serious stuff that I think is really dope about this game. But let me just also throw this in too. I think number 3, if I'm not mistaken, and it has to be, they have a currency system in there. You earn some currency, some leveling, whatever, after playing against the computer, playing against friends, story mode, all that other stuff that allows you to buy within their shop in the game. From what I see, It doesn't seem like there's a pay to win system, or you have to go out your way and use real life money to go ahead and buy things in that game, unless you're buying like DLC, I guess that's gonna come out within like a battle pass, whatever they got going on. And I like that because, you know, I know they don't have a My Faction style mode, but just knowing when we get the whole package of a video game nowadays, especially with 2K, with their games, basketball, wrestling, whatever, you know, you tend to buy VC, or you tend to buy or spend real money in the game to acquire certain things. So like with My Factions or whatever you're paying for packs or anything like that, and you know, it's just more money and more money. And I'm kind of happy that with this game, all the currency is so easy to obtain in the game, and you can buy a lot of the move sets and unlockables and stuff like that. But again, subject to change when the official game releases for everyone worldwide, and moving forward if they decide to add extra stuff. So this again is an opinion. We're gonna keep this one right here in the tuck. We're gonna make sure that if this is something they're gonna really keep on, you know, on the free, because really you just gotta play the game and you get a lot of money and you can literally buy anything with it. Now the last two things is something that I like a lot about the game. We know WWE has blood, and you have an option, you can turn it on or off, either game, doesn't matter. But WWE went to a different route, went a different path. They don't have the crazy excessive bloods, nor do they have certain matches. Even their like Inferno table that you slam, it just, come on, it don't really hit, you know what I'm saying? This game don't hold back. I'm talking about blood all over the mat, I'm talking about blood and gore all over, male or female, does not matter. Having the female referees involved, like everything is really fire within that. And the match types, they may not have crazy match types, or a large selection of match types, which I'm going to talk about with my negative stuff, but that's in another video. But one thing I love, when I played that explosion match, they did not hold back to add that specific match in the game. There's a lot of matches we've asked for with WWE. I want a coffin match, buried alive, the ambulance match. I want an Inferno match. I want the official hardcore matches, but I want the whole shebang. Allow us to enable a rated M mode where shit look crazy. I would love that. You know, you guys probably know better than me matches that they should be adding in the game. You know what I mean? And since they've added this explosion match, it gives me more of a, oh shit, they're not trying to hold back. If they understand the world we live in, kids are getting their parents to buy these rated M or rated whatever to mature, whatever games. So it's like, you're playing safe for what community? What the fuck? You're really catering to the audience, the hardcore audience of wrestling. You could just enable or disable the feature. I understand, whatever, I don't want to get to the politics of it. I love that AEW, they've added that match, and when I played it and they're getting electrocuted and all this craziness, it is very dramatic looking. It is fun to play. It's arcadey. I do wish it was like up to 4 people, but it's a one-on-one match, but they don't hold back. Blood everywhere, all that stuff. So that gives me high hopes for more matches to come, more styled matches, and to see that they don't hold back on things like that. So we can actually have fun and enjoy that. It makes a lot of sense. That's something I like a lot. This is super cool. I told you I got back into wrestling, and y'all in my chat, if you on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I'm telling you, should be lit. 3MG Live on Twitch. We've been reacting to a bunch of clips on both wrestling sides, all different types of wrestling, everything. One thing I loved this game did was the intergender matches. I'm out here, I'm whipping dudes ass as females. I'm a dude fighting women, like, and it's wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to take and feel like there's something that's a negative or it's wrestling. And the fact that they've embraced that, and you do not kind of see that with wrestling now with WWE, like with even their games, obviously, because you don't see them do that, you know, even in the show like that. But regardless, seeing this is a big thing. This is huge. They did not hold back. It's fair game for everybody. So seeing male and female wrestlers together, they could fight one another. I was playing the explosion match. You guys are seeing the gameplay. Shit's crazy. Shit is lit as hell. I love seeing it. I love this. But that's my top 5. That's 5 things AEW Fight Forever does better than WWE. But I need you guys to take this in with a grain of salt. A lot of things are subject to change depending on how they move forward with this game after its release. Also, tune in for my next video. 5 things I don't like about this game, and 5 things WWE absolutely does better than this game, and 5 things that I hope that this game can add or bring to the table. because there's a lot of things, and this is like a work of art, like a work in progress, right? They have an opportunity. Ukes, man, they really been in the wrestling business with their games for years. So seeing them depart from 2K to go back and get in the bag with THQ Nordic is just beautiful to see that. We have a lot to come here, man. So please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs it up, subscribe to the channel, and please, if y'all trying to run some games, y'all gotta follow your boy on the Twitch. I'm just saying, follow me on Twitch, man. 3MG Live. But it's your boy, and I'm out of here. God bless everybody. Happy gaming. AEW Fight Forever is out now, and by the time you see this video, it's probably super late. But we out. Peace.